All right, what we have here is an ARB tire filling hose that you put to your ARB compressor, and this thing has been leaking from somewhere inside here. So what we're gonna do is try and repair that, and at least try and see if we can. These are pretty robust things, and they shouldn't generally fail, but they can. We've had this for a little over 10 years now, something on that range. And so it's seen quite a bit of use on a couple of vehicles, plenty of off-road fill up, fill down type situations. So let's see what we can, whether we can figure out what has happened here. And so this has this protective sleeve at the end. This is the end that goes to the compressor, and we're going to try and undo this and see if we can figure something out. So let's give that a nice little yank. And there we find a crack in this hose. This is damaged. Now what happens is that over time, particularly in compressor situations where you don't have a pressure tank, there's a lot of heat that builds up, and this end of the hose is very close to the compressor. It gets very hot and it can get damaged over time. This doesn't happen overnight. Now these, as I said, these hoses are very robust, but this can happen after a very long time with multiple uses. And so what we got to do is basically disconnect this whole mechanism and then cut off the hose till about here so we can get some clean hose and put it back together. So that's what we're going to do now. So this works as a standard compression fitting. This part and this part, what we have is this is mounted on a vise, the front part, so we don't have to handle it with two hands now. We can just go ahead and try and open this up. Yeah, and that should open up right quite easily, and as you can see, that piece of hose has been quite damaged. Let's see, once we get this whole mechanism opened up, we'll have a better idea as to what happened. Now what we've managed to do here is take this thing off. This was threaded in here and this part has come off, and now what we're going to do is pry this piece of the hose out from here so that we can disconnect this whole hose and then do the necessary repair and see if it works. As you can see here now, what we've done is just basically yanked this out of that fitting, and now we have this hose nice and clear. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go towards a cleaner section of that hose. We're gonna cut that, and then we're gonna redo the whole attachment, and that I think should do the job, and we'll of course test it. So what we've done here is now used a nice clean sharp blade to take off this affected section, and we have a clean piece of hose now to work with. And this is what we're gonna put back into this fitting, and then that fitting goes into the pipe and works just like your normal compression fitting would work. So we're gonna do that as the next step. And it should come all the way till about where the threads are. And then what we're gonna do is pop that other piece in, which is this guy from this end. And so that will take a little bit of effort. So I'm gonna do that off camera, and I'm gonna show you the results. The piece should fit like this, and then we're gonna push this into this fitting and then tighten the whole thing up just like a normal compression fitting would work. All right. Here we go. Just the final touches on that. Making sure this is nice and tight. And then we open that up to check. And there you go. This is your new fitting now, as you can see. And we can then just put that protection sleeve on top of this, and then we're going to go back and test it. But the mechanism, as you can see, is quite simple. Just a standard compression fitting. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Just to test it, the car has been switched on, and we're going to connect the hose to the compressor. We've got our hose set up here. Put on the air compressor. Get that. Was leaking around here. That's what we fixed by just taking off maybe wrenches from that wrenches out and getting a clean shot at this. These are pretty well made. Well, a good number of years, hopefully. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that helps someone.